But in this video, we're going to talk about one simple question that you can ask yourself on a consistent basis that is going to help you be more self-aware. Developing a deeper sense of self-awareness will transform your life and help it to flourish into a very beautiful experience that you are excited that you get to participate in each and every day. Rather than something to be dreaded, rather than something that you're simply dragging your feet and suffering through. And I think most people would rather choose joy and passion and awareness over suffering and dread and unconsciousness. So let's talk about how you can start to harness self-awareness and what practical things you can do to actually start to utilize it to transform your life. There's a million different angles that you can approach this from. You can talk about shadow work and resolving unconscious traumas that are really dictating your life and the choices that you make. We could talk about having a more focused mind, a more consistently conscious and aware mind, a mind that's less susceptible to making unconscious choices driven by pleasure. And those are both great. I highly recommend you look into that more if you haven't already and start to understand what are the driving forces in your life and try to harness your mind to be more focused, right? Using the power of meditation. Try to be less susceptible to unconscious patterns. Those two things alone, albeit not very small tasks. They take a lot of work and a lot of intention and time and focused effort, but very worth it. Highly recommend you do those things. But in this video, we're going to talk about one simple question that you can ask yourself on a consistent basis that is going to help you be more self-aware. And this question is sort of like a self-awareness tool. It's something that you can always have in your back pocket and revert back to as a sort of guide through life. And this question is, what do I really want and why? Now, this is one of the most powerful questions, most powerful prompts that you can give your brain to accurately navigate situations in a way that is grounded and authentic to who you truly are, and in a way that's going to guide you towards decisions that are going to truly make you happy in the long run. A major cause of so much suffering is that people often go through life making choices that they don't truly align with, that don't fully feel good in their heart and in their soul. They're choosing career paths out of fear rather than a passion. So the answer to the question, what do I really want and why? Well, if you're choosing a career path that is just giving you a good paycheck, the answer to that question of what do I really want is I want money. Why? Because I want a stable sense of security and survival. And then you can go ahead and ask yourself, well, can I meet those needs? Can I meet those desires in a more aligned way, in a way that I feel better about? And of course the answer is yes. And this highlights the importance of this question, what do I really want and why? Because it reveals to you the motivating factors behind the choices that you make. It shows you what needs you're trying to get met through your decision making. Understanding where the motivation is coming from for the choices that you make is extremely important. And this question of what do I really want and why, the key there is why, is going to reveal these motivations to you. And most of the time you'll recognize a lot of the choices that you make tend to be grounded in fear rather than excitement, rather than courage, rather than curiosity and expansiveness and genuine fulfillment. Like if you made the decision to pursue a career in something that you were genuinely happy to do every day, that would be coming from a place of excitement and genuine fulfillment. Those are motivations that are more aligned with living a happy, authentic life rather than acting out of fear. When you act out of fear, the choices that you're making, they're not actually authentic to your personal self, your individuality. And most of the times that is not going to yield genuine fulfillment in your life as a whole down the road. So that's about understanding the motivating factors behind the choices that we make. But when you ask, what do I actually want? A lot of times you'll notice that the decision you're making, you'll have like a light bulb moment of, I don't even want to do this, and I don't need to do this, and it doesn't hurt anybody if I don't do this. Life is a DIY project. You get to choose what it is that you do day in and day out. Getting clear on what do I actually want time and time again, because this will come up in like big areas of our life, like what do I actually want? What kind of job do I want? What kind of career do I want to pursue if maybe the one that you currently have isn't fulfilling? Or what do I want in a partner? Those are big things, but there's also little decisions where this question of what do I genuinely want is going to orient you to more authentic choices that are more aligned with what you actually want in a given moment. And I know this sounds like a very small thing, and like I said, this is just one way to approach some deeper self-awareness, but it is a very practical prompt, which is why I made the video about this. So if you keep this in your back pocket and use it as a guide, the compounding effect that this has on your day-to-day life for the big decisions and the small ones is going to be drastic. When you get clear and you get good at really understanding what it is that you want, and if you can start to meet the needs that you're really trying to get met in ways that don't need to cause you so much suffering, you will transform your life. And it's a really beautiful process. It's a really beautiful thing. I wish this upon everyone, to get clear on what it is that they want and having the courage to transcend the fear and be on the side of your authentic desires in ways that meet your needs without a bunch of suffering and yield you lots of fulfillment. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope after watching this, you have a nice resource to live a more awareness-led life. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.